friends, everything will come to you at the perfect time. I hope after viewing this video, you will score good marks. So friends, let's start the video. The Portrait of a Lady. The chapter, The Portrait of a Lady, is the story of the author and his grandmother. The grandmother was an old woman with a wrinkled face. The author had always seen her like this for the past 20 years. She appeared to be so old that he could not imagine her being young and pretty. Someone who had a husband. She was short, fat, and slightly bent. The author had seen his grandfather's portrait, an old man with a turban and a long white beard covering his chest. To the author, his grandfather didn't seem like a man who could have a wife and children, but someone who could have lots of grandchildren. His grandmother used to move around the house in spotless white, with her one hand resting on her waist and her other hand counting the beads of her rosary. In the initial days, the author and his grandmother had a good relationship. She used to wake him up and get him ready for school. She used to pack the things required by him for the day and walked him to school every day. She used to visit the temple that was attached to the school. She had a routine of reading the scriptures. The author, along with other children, sat on the veranda singing alphabets and morning prayers. They both used to come back home together, with stray dogs roaming around them, as his grandmother would carry the stale chapatis to feed them. Soon, the parents of the author, who went to the city to settle in, and called them. As they reached the city, his relationship with his grandmother took a turn. Though they shared the room, their bond grew apart. He started going to an English medium school. She no longer accompanied him to his school, and there were no longer stray dogs who roamed around them while walking back home. She, however, used to ask him about his day and what he had learned. She didn't understand anything, as everything was in another language, which she could not understand. She didn't approve of the new syllabus that he was studying because she thought that they did not teach him about God and the scriptures. They saw less of each other. As the days passed, he grew older. He grew older and soon went to the university. He had his own room, and this made their relationship sour. She stopped talking to everyone and spent her whole day sitting at her spinning wheel, reciting prayers and moving beads of the rosary with one hand. However, she loved feeding sparrows in the veranda at dawn. Breaking bread into pieces and feeding it to the birds was her daily routine. The birds would sit on her legs, her head, some even on the shoulders. Soon, the author decided to go abroad for further studies. She came to the railway station to leave him off. She was not sentimental, continuously recited her prayers, her mind lost in the prayers, and she kissed him on the forehead. After 5 years, as he returned home, she was there, came to pick him at the station. was still the same as she had been 5 years ago. She hugged him within her arms and didn't say a word. She still used to feed her sparrows. One day, she didn't recite her prayers, but instead collecting the women of the neighborhood, got a drum and started singing. The next morning, she was ill with mild fever. The doctors said that there was nothing to worry about, but she was sure that her end was near. She didn't want to waste her time talking to anyone in the family anymore, but spent her last hours in reciting her prayers laying on the bed. She died, and so her body lay on the bed lifeless. As they prepared for her funeral, they saw all the sparrows sitting in their veranda around her, mourning her death. Friends, let's look at long question answers. Draw a character sketch of Khushwant Singh's grandmother as portrayed by him in the lesson The Portrait of a Lady, or describe in brief the pen picture of the narrator's grandmother highlighting her noble qualities. The answer is same for both the questions. The narrator's grandmother was a true picture of love, affection and care. नरेटर की दादी प्यार, स्नेह और देखभाल की एक सच्ची तस्वीर थी. She had all those virtues which grandmother generally have for their grandchildren. उनके अंदर वे सभी नेक गुण थे जो दादियाँ अपने पोते पोतियों के लिए आमतौर से रखती हैं. She was highly religious, kind-hearted but a conservative lady. वह बहुत धार्मिक, दयालु, हृदयी परंतु रूढ़िवादी औरत थी. The grandmother presented a picture of peace and contentment. दादी जी शांति और संतुष्टि की एक तस्वीर प्रस्तुत करती थी. Her spotless white dress and her silver hair reflected her spiritual beauty. उनकी बेदाग सफेद पोशाक और उनके चांदीनुमा बाल उनकी सुंदरता को प्रतिबिंबित करते थे. The grandmother was not physically very attractive. दादी शारीरिक रूप से बहुत आकर्षक नहीं थी, but she had a divine beauty. लेकिन उनमें दैवीय सुंदरता थी. She had deep love and affection for her grandson. उन्हें अपने पोते से गहरा प्रेम और स्नेह रहता था. She got him ready for school. वह उसे स्कूल के लिए भी तैयार करती थी. She accompanied him to his school. Stayed there. उसके साथ उसके स्कूल जाती, वहाँ ठहरती और उसके साथ घर वापस आती. She was a very religious lady. वह एक अत्यंत धार्मिक महिला थी. She was always telling the beads of her rosary. वह अपनी जपमाला के मनकों को सदा गिनती रहती थी. She had compassion even for animals and birds. उन्हें पशु पक्षियों के प्रति भी अनुकंपा थी, प्यार था. वह गांव के कुत्तों को खिलाती थी. She took to feeding the sparrows in the city. उन्होंने शहर में चिड़ियों को खिलाने की आदत डाल ली थी. But the grandmother was a conservative lady. वह एक रूढ़िवादी महिला थी. She didn't like the English language and science. वह अंग्रेजी भाषा और विज्ञान को नहीं चाहती थी. She hated music. वह संगीत से घृणा करती थी. She associated music with prostitutes and beggars. वह संगीत का संबंध वैश्यों और भिखारियों से जोड़ती थी. Describe how the common bond of friendship was broken when the narrator's parents sent from them in the city. The narrator and his grandmother had developed a unique relationship in the village. Narrator और उसकी दादी ने गांव में एक अनोखा दूसरा रिश्ता बना लिया था। He was completely dependent on her. वह पूरी तरह से उस पर निर्भर था। But soon a turning point came in their relationship. लेकिन जल्द ही उनके संबंध में एक मोड़ बिंदु आ गया। His parents sent for them in the city. उनके माँ बाप ने उन्हें शहर में बुला लिया। He went to an English school. वह बस से एक अंग्रेजी स्कूल में जाता था। The grandmother's role was now marginalized. दादी की भूमिका अब हाशिए पर आ गई थी। She couldn't accompany him to his school as she did in the village. वह जैसे गांव में किया करती थी, अब उसके साथ स्कूल नहीं जा सकती थी। Nor could she help him in his studies. ना ही वह उसकी पढ़ाई में मदद कर सकती थी। She had no knowledge of English and science. उन्हें अंग्रेजी और विज्ञान का कुछ भी ज्ञान नहीं था। She hated music. उन्हें संगीत से नफरत थी। She was very sad that they gave lessons in music at the school. वह बहुत उदास थी कि वे स्कूल में संगीत की शिक्षा देते थे। She rarely talked to him after that. इसके बाद वे उससे बात नहीं कर पाई। The narrator went up to university. नरेटर यूनिवर्सिटी चला गया। It separated them even more. इससे वे और जुदा हो गए। They now saw less of each other. वे एक दूसरे से बहुत कम मिलते थे। In the end, she accepted her loneliness quietly. उन्होंने अपने एकांत को चुपचाप स्वीकार कर लिया। She didn't show any emotion when he left for abroad. जब वह विदेश गया तो उन्होंने कोई भावुकता नहीं दिखाई। So she accepted this separation without any complaints or regrets. इस प्रकार उन्होंने कोई शिकायत नहीं की और अफसोस स्वीकार कर लिया। Draw a contrast of the life the narrator's grandmother spent in the village with the kind of life she led in the city. Particularly highlight her concern for her grandson's education. The grandmother was used to the life of the village. दादी गांव के जीवन की आदी थी। She got up early in the morning. वह सुबह जल्दी उठती थी। She woke up her grandson and got him ready for school. वह अपने पोते को उठाती थी और उसे स्कूल के लिए तैयार करती थी। She was very much concerned about the education of the narrator. वह नरेटर की शिक्षा के बारे में बहुत चिंतित थी। She accompanied him to his school. वह उसके स्कूल जाती थी। She sat in the temple reading the scriptures. वह मंदिर में बैठ के धार्मिक ग्रंथ पढ़ती थी। She was friendly even to the village dogs. वह गांव के कुत्तों से भी मैत्री रखती थी। She fed them regularly. वह उन्हें रोज खाना खिलाती थी। The city life and its culture didn't suit her. शहर का जीवन और उसकी संस्कृति उनके लिए नहीं थी। She was a religious lady. वह धार्मिक स्त्री थी। She was quite conservative in thinking. उनके विचार रूढ़िवादी थे। The English school, English language and science were foreign to her. English school, English भाषा और साइंस उनके लिए अनजान थे। Actually, she didn't like them. उन्हें वे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं थे। She was upset to know that they didn't teach about God and the scriptures at the city school. वह बहुत उदास थी यह जानकर कि शहर के स्कूल में ईश्वर के बारे में नहीं पढ़ाया जाता। She hated music. उन्हें संगीत बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था। She didn't like music lessons being given at the new school. वह नए स्कूल में म्यूजिक की क्लासेस पसंद नहीं करती थी। Music for her had lewd associations with prostitutes and beggars. उनके लिए संगीत का अश्लील संबंध भिखारियों और वैश्यों के साथ होता था। She felt lonely when he went up to university and then abroad for 5 years. जब नरेटर 5 साल के लिए यूनिवर्सिटी चला गया तब वह बहुत अकेला फील करती थी। But she had accepted her loneliness silently. पर उन्होंने वो भी स्वीकार कर लिया। How did the grandmother receive the narrator when he returned from abroad? Do you notice a change in her behavior? The narrator went abroad for higher studies. नरेटर हायर स्टडीज के लिए बाहर विदेश चला गया। He had to stay abroad for 5 years. उसे रहना पड़ा। The grandmother went to the railway station to see him off. दादी माँ उसे रेलवे स्टेशन छोड़ने गई। The narrator thought that perhaps he was seeing her for the last time. नरेटर ने सोचा कि शायद वह उन्हें आखिरी बार मिल रहा था। She was terribly old and could die at any time. वो बहुत बुरी थी और वो कभी भी मर सकती थी। But he was proved wrong. लेकिन वह गलत निकला। When he returned home after 5 years, she came to the railway station to receive him. जब वह 5 साल के बाद घर वापस लौटा तो दादी माँ उसे स्टेशन से लेने आई। She didn't look even a day older. वह एक दिन की भी बूढ़ी नहीं लग रही थी। She clasped him in her arms. उन्होंने उसे बाहों में ले लिया। He could hear her reciting her prayers. वह उनकी ये prayers सुन सकता था। In the evening, a change came over her. शाम को कुछ change हुआ। She seemed to be quite excited. वो बहुत ज्यादा excited लग रही थी। She didn't pray. उन्होंने पूजा नहीं की। It was quite unusual. ये कुछ आम बात नहीं थी। She collected the women of the neighborhood. उन्होंने पड़ोस से औरतों को इकट्ठा किया। She got an old drum and started to sing. उन्होंने पुराना ढोल लिया और गाना शुरू कर दिया। For several hours, she continued thumping the sagging skin of the old drum. कुछ घंटों के लिए वह ढोल बजाती रही। She sang of the homecoming of warriors. उन्होंने योद्धाओं के वापसी के गाने गाए। She would not stop. वह रुकी नहीं। They had to persuade her to stop to avoid overstraining. सब ने उन्हें रुकने के लिए मनाया। It was quite unusual for the grandmother to behave in that fashion. ये व्यवहार उनके लिए कुछ असाधारण था। That was the first time that she had forgotten even to pray. यह पहली बार था पूजा करना भूल गई। Describe the unique relationship of the grandmother with the sparrows. How did the sparrows mourn her death? The grandmother had love and compassion even for animals. दादी को जानवरों के प्रति भी प्यार और अनुकंपा थी। In the village, she fed the street dogs. वह गांव में गली के कुत्तों को खाना खिलाती थी। In the city, she took to feeding the sparrows. शहर में वह चिड़ियों को खाना खिलाने लगी। She would sit in the veranda. वह वरांडा में बैठ जाती थी। She would break the bread into small bits. वह ब्रेड के छोटे छोटे टुकड़े करती। She used to throw the crumbs to the sparrows. और वह टुकड़े वह चिड़ियों को खाने के लिए देती। Hundreds of sparrows would gather around her. उनके चारों ओर बहुत सारी चिड़िया इकट्ठे हो जाती थी। Some of them perched on her legs and shoulders. उनमें से कुछ उनकी टांगों और कंधों पर बैठ जाती थी। She never shooed them away. वह कभी भी उन्हें भगाती नहीं थी। It was the happiest half hour of the afternoon for her. उनके लिए वह आधा घंटा सबसे अच्छा होता था। The sparrows paid their silent tribute on her death. चिड़ियों ने उनकी मौत पर अपनी खामोश श्रद्धांजलि दी। They gathered around her dead body. वे उनकी लाश के चारों ओर इकट्ठी हो गए। They were in the mourning mood. They didn't chirp as usual. वे रोज की तरह चहकी नहीं। Nor did they take any notice of the crumbs of bread thrown to them. ना ही उन्होंने उन ब्रेड के टुकड़ों पर ध्यान दिया जो उनके लिए फेंके गए थे। They flew away silently when her dead body was carried off on a wooden stretcher for cremation. इस प्रकार उन्होंने उनको श्रद्धांजलि दी। In this way they paid their silent love and tribute to the grand old lady. इस तरह उन्होंने अपना प्यार उस grand old lady की ओर दिखाया। Friends, you can view important short question answers also. We have done summary in Hindi, English and long question answers. So you can view these short answers and it will help you. watching my video. Give your love in comments. And if you want to be happy, do not go to the past. Do not worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. Bye bye. See you in the next video.
My dear friend, to watch more videos, subscribe my channel, share and like the video. Next video में मिलता हूँ. Bye bye.